When a woman callously abandoned this dog in the trash, she had no idea how the garbage collector would respond. When one heartless woman abandoned her dog in a trash can, she believed it would vanish from sight forever. Little did she know that fate had other plans. When a garbage collector stumbled upon a furry surprise during his rounds, he felt compelled to take action. The events that followed would haunt the dog's owner. Nathan Binney, a dedicated garbage collector in the borough of New Stanton, Pennsylvania, had undoubtedly encountered his share of unusual items discarded in people's trash over the years. However, a discovery he made in October of 2014 was simply beyond belief. Binney was diligently working outside a property on Yellow Pine Lane when he made a distressing find. Though he typically refrained from inspecting the contents of the cans he emptied, a strange intuition prompted him to look inside on this occasion. Little did Binney know that what he would uncover in that trash can would be beyond his wildest expectations. A terrified young dog seeking refuge in a garbage sack with only her tiny head peering out. Understandably, the discovery shocked the garbage collector. "It sort of scared me, actually," Binney admitted in an interview with local media shortly after. "I feel bad when I see nice toys in the trash, but a puppy like that? It's just horrible." But although the find had startled him, he was determined to help the puppy. So he pulled her out of the can and lifted her to safety. It was only then that Binney realized the true extent of the animal's suffering. Upon first glance, he could see that the dog was emaciated. You could see every bone. She was shivering and shaking. "It was just horrific," he said. The garbage collector wanted to help the animal in any way he could, so he carried her over to his truck and fed her lunch. After that, he transferred the dog's care over to the Humane Society of Westmoreland County, the animal welfare organization that arranges the rescue, shelter, and adoption of pets in need. As a result, these society staff members often meet creatures at their lowest ebb. However, the state of this dump doggy shocked even them. "The dog is really amazing. It's hard to say you've ever seen anything much skinnier," Jan Dillon, an agent with the Humane Society of Westmoreland County, revealed to WTAE in October of 2014. "She's so dehydrated and malnourished. The dog was in fact so thin that vets couldn't take any blood from her to investigate. We checked the kidney and liver functions, but she's eating small amounts of food. That's all we can do to build her up. Just give her small amounts of food every 3 hours or so," Dillon explained. Agents at the Humane Society decided to call the young German Shepherd mix Fauna. They believed her to be about 10 months old. However, she weighed much less than a dog her age should, tipping the scales at just 17 pounds. Given the state it had found Fauna in, the Humane Society wanted to find the person responsible for her ordeal. So a vet scanned her skeletal body in the hope of finding a microchip, and no doubt to their surprise, they did indeed find one. Through the information they found on the chip, Humane Society staff learned a woman called Nicole Baker was Fauna's owner. She had adopted the dog 2 months prior from a Fayette County shelter. However, she had moved to another state 3 days before Binney found the animal. Baker later admitted to heartlessly dumping the little dog before moving to Texas with her boyfriend. As a result, authorities decided to charge her with animal cruelty. Her case would be heard in court in January of 2015. In the meantime, the Humane Society of Westmoreland County was quick to condemn Baker's careless actions. "It's ridiculous," Dillon told WPXI. "I hate to say it, but it would have been better if they let the dog loose. At least it could have tried to get something to eat." And it wasn't just those in the animal welfare business that Baker's actions had shocked. Even her daughter, Brittany Pranky, who lived next door, had no idea of the cruelty her mom was capable of. She said the last time she'd seen the dog in July of 2014, "She's been completely healthy. I was so upset. I felt like I was going to throw up. I was so sick to my stomach about everything. I couldn't believe it. That garbage can is right over there. I didn't hear anything. No one heard anything. No one knew. It was disgusting." Frankie called WTAE in 2015. Ultimately, Baker chose to accept a plea deal during her 2015 court case. She admitted guilt to a general charge of disorderly conduct and committed to participating in an accelerated rehabilitative disposition program tailored for first-time animal cruelty offenders. Furthermore, the magistrates mandated that Baker perform community service and pay restitution of $600. Additionally, she was required to undergo a mental health evaluation. As a result of her actions, Baker would also be prohibited from adopting a dog in the state of Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, Fauna made an astounding recovery, regaining a healthy weight and well-being. Remarkably, a veterinary technician employed at the Humane Society eventually adopted her. Now she had the love and care she deserved, ensuring that she would never again endure the cruel treatment she had suffered in the past.